High school football summer tour is going to be the fastest 3.5 minutes that you're going to see. To Irmo we go this morning. Reggie Kennedy, those guys are getting it done early. That's right, getting hyped up. This team didn't win a lot of games last year, but this is the team that's going to be on the rise. Mark it down. They had the biggest turnaround in the 2015. Caught up with Reggie Kennedy after practice. Here's what he had to say. Coach, you're number 2. Summer camp is on the way. You guys, how much different is it for you in year number 2 versus 1?
Oh, it's a lot different, Corey. We're a lot more familiar with the kids. The kids more familiar with the system. We know what they can do, what they can't do. We're not playing catch-up all the time, so it just it's a big difference now.
Well, you look like you've gotten bigger. I mean, the weight room, I heard you guys, a couple of drills, you were talking about the weight room. A couple of guys seemed to kind of run through some guys, so you had a good weight room this summer.
Yeah, we did. We had an outstanding off-season, and the style of play that I like to play, you got to be strong and physical up front. I love to play physical football on both sides of the ball, especially within the trenches, and that's why we scratched the weight room a whole lot. You hear that a whole lot at our practices.
Now, your offense, I saw you working a couple quarterbacks. You got more of an athletic quarterback, more of a passer. Is there going to be a rotation in your system this year?
Yeah, we're looking at playing a 2-quarterback system. Pretty much whoever hot hand probably get the most rep, but both the guys are doing a well job of managing the offense right now. We see how the preseason go and see how things go out in these scrimmage, and but it's good to have 2 good quarterbacks in your system.
Now, last year we talked about some struggles, obviously, coming in your first year. But in year number 2, what are you emphasizing to the kids? What's the message that you're preaching? Because they seem to be motivated and very confident.
Fundamentals, 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 fundamentals. I tell the coaches all the time, I want to be a fundamentally sound football team. I don't want folks to say Irmo got a bunch of athletes. I want to say Irmo got a well-coached football team. When they cut the tapes on Saturday mornings, I want them to look at a well-polished, a well-coached football team, and it starts with me first.
To Red Bank we go. Dean Howell, those guys getting it done, won their region last year. We had a chance to catch up with those guys this morning. Here's Coach Dean Howell.
Well, first of all, we had a great summer. Kids have really bought into what we're doing, and the commitment level has certainly risen. And I think, some of the success we had last year, winning a region championship and, qualifying and hosting a home playoff game for the first time in the history of the school, all those things were very important to our program, and I think it's carried over to the kids. I think, we walked off the field for the last time last year. It's been a hunger that's been stirring, and we've all been feeling it, so we're ready to get back out here.
Then we made a trip back over to Irmo, this time the Dutch Fork. They played the state championship last year. Tom Knotts, tell me about your team.
Revenge, I guess, because 47-17 doesn't sit too well with me. But, it's up to these seniors what kind of mantra they want to have, what kind of rallying cry, what kind of team they want to be. We're like every other team. Everybody's hungry for a state championship. Everybody's got a chance at this point. So, hopefully we can just come out here and work hard, have a good attitude. We're going to show up every day, just like always. We're going to work hard every day, and we're over here working hard. We're going to try to outwork you.
No doubt about that. Then we working hard, too. We made a trip up to Chapin, finally. Coach Justin Gentry talking about his team. They had some good football players.
Well, we've put in the work. The hard work comes from January to the end of July, and our guys have really done that, and they bought into what we're trying to do here at Chapin. And, Logan mentioned Chapin grit, true grit, and that's one thing that we've honed in on the last several years. And, we take a lot of pride in fighting teams all the way to the end of the ball game. And hopefully, if we got a chance, good things can happen.
And that's the fast 3.5 minutes of your summer camp for high school football. But more coming up next in the Chick-fil-A Overtime. We'll be back.